again to the Tantalus Media Corporation's production of Disc 3, baby! Disc 3, of Final Fantasy 9, I should add. It's not just any old disc. What are our initial hot takes, yay or nay, on Disc 3?
I like Zidane a lot less in Disc 3.
Yeah.
They made a lot, like, they took him from being a cool character to just making him kind of moody and bitchy. And then, like, I guess that's what I've always been reading about. Everybody's like, oh, it gets real dark on Disc 3. But then he just turns into a douche. So.
They just kind of continue with the same, like, there's other black mages.
Yeah.
I think it remains the same kind of tone. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't change too much, honestly, other than just there's more Kuja, which makes everything worse.
Where's Kuja hiding that tail? Like, he's wearing his bikini.
You do not want to know.
You too hard.
Hey, man, sun's out, guns out. That's a Kuja.
So he does have a tail?
Yes.
Well, they said he hides it because he's in denial. And then when he goes through his, like, that weird transformation you go to, let me break, he gets one, so.
Trans.
Yeah.
Transcendence.
Yes.
How's the Aaron's audio for everyone? It's a little.
It's a little, he's talking kind of through, like, one of those kids' tubes, like at a playground.
Okay.
He's like, hey, I'm stuck! Get me out!
I can hear
That
him.
kind of sounds like a little bit.
I mean, I can hear him. It's just,
Yeah.
it's not a little panicky.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Alright.
I wouldn't go full playground tube on him.
I don't know, man. It just sounds really loud to me. I can hear what he's saying, but sometimes it's kind of like he's trying to order through his phone when someone's like put on speakerphone.
We'll get it in post, I'm sure.
Alright.
So, Disc 3, I think I feel about the same as everyone else. It's a little rushed. There's a lot of shit. I made the most notes that I've made for any.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, it's a lot of notes. Just because there's just tons of shit going on. And starting with the resolution of everything that happened in Disc 2. What did you guys think of kind of like the beginning couple scenes that we had there?
I mean, a lot of stuff went down, man. Like the end of Disc 2. So the beginning of Disc 3, it just, I don't know, it didn't feel right. I don't know. There's a lot of unresolved stuff, and there's kind of let's go to the next place and do the thing, and let's touch on story elements that don't need to be touched on, like the little girl, what's her name, purple hair. Just she's totally head over heels for Zidane, and I think, man, they could have just totally axed this part of the game.
I think they could act that character. Like, later she's calling people bimbos and perverts, like, it's her character.
She's just like, you're a nerd, I know. Let me tell you why. You got some glasses, you got a beard, you got a big nose. That's what they do. And, what's his name? What is his name? Actual name?
Sid?
Tot? Professor Tot?
Oh,
Professor Tot.
He's just like, oh yeah, that sounds right. Cool.
Yeah, I guess I am a nerd. I didn't realize it until now.
I guess. I don't know. I hated it. It's terrible. Yeah, the beginning was very slow, and then just like warp speed.
I beg to differ because we've had the reintroduction of Hip Hall, so not slow at all.
All right.
Anyone else notice old Hip Hall in Disc 3?
Nope.
Just coming in, coming in swinging.
Definitely put that one in my notes.
Did you? So one of the opening scenes is I think it's Eco talking to the cooks. You're sideways.
Yes, he is.
Oh my god! Yeah, I got a picture of that. Holy shit!
It's really good. Okay, you're no longer sideways.
I'm trying to look at my notes, but a music device that.
Did you note about the cooks just straight wrecking Eco? Like I think you're talking to Eco, the little girl.
Yeah.
They like
Here,
ask
this is
her,
the picture.
"Oh, you hungry? You want some food? Too fucking bad."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
It's a
That's hilarious.
solid beginning to an otherwise So you had these cooks just saying, "Get wrecked, kid." You had Hip Hall. I think just three just throwing bombs off. Right off.
tournament.
Yeah.
Good.
You had Grandma's savings. Anyone steal Grandma's savings?
Wow, you dug deep, bro.
No, I didn't go that deep, man.
So you go into a house. So when you start off as Vivi, right? I think in the beginning, and you could kind of look around the ruined town and everything else, and you can go into one of the little houses or whatever, and in classic Final Fantasy IX, you go into a corner you can't really see. You hit your little A button or whatever, and and you get like 5 gil, but it specifically says it's Grandma's savings.
Bro, he's a gangster.
Why?
Was it the house where the old lady's making the dress?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah,
I
think
didn't
you're right.
I didn't look. I didn't find anything. What the?
Oh yeah. Well, good. You're better off by not stealing
Yeah.
the woman's life
Yeah.
savings.
Also wandering around, seeing those two people trying to meet up, and they're literally on the opposite side of the statue. That was kind of funny.
I put
Yeah.
cute dumb couple is what I put.
Yeah.
The dumbest people in existence.
They're cute though. They're
Wait.
Yeah. I like all the little dialogue you can go in town. Sorry, good.
I was like, there's a lot of unnecessary nuances to this game.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
like,
the game was just about Vivi, I probably would like it way more. Because
Probably why people like it.
Yeah. the Zidane,
Yeah.
dagger sort of thing. It's probably the worst love story in Final Fantasy IX. It's just bad. It's just bad.
But
Like
the
Oxford.
Beatrix and Steiner love story.
Dude, there we go.
I
I
didn't
could
see
get on
that
that
one
train.
coming. I didn't see
I
that
could get
one
on that
coming.
train.
That was-
Really?
Yeah, that was
when,
interesting.
There's a highlight.
when I forget the leader of the Tantalus Corp or whatever drops the love letter he's gonna give to Zidane,
Yeah.
and Beatrix picks picks it up. He's like, "Is Steiner trying to write me a love letter? What?"
Have you seen the 80s movie Secret Admirer? It just felt like that the whole time.
Yeah,
Really
it's
good.
great, accurate.
At
Yeah,
one
that was
point, there's like weird hotel prices. Did you see that? Some dude's trying to get a hotel room, and they just keep changing the price on him. It's just a weird thing. It's so bizarre. That just doesn't make it.
More time for talking to people and get some new references. I spent almost all of my time on side quests this disc.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
all of the treasure, I did all of those discs. I found all the treasures.
Holy shit! Wow.
Dang,
I spent
bro.
all my time stealing that woman's savings. So
Yeah.
I spent the whole time trying to rush through it and get it over with.
Oh yeah, if you do those side missions, you end up with like the strongest weapons. So like, aside from the weapons that you have to be on the last disc to get, I got like Steiner's super strong sword. I got the spear rat's super strong spear. Yeah.
Miss Spear Rat, I think is what her name.
This added character that has no real.
You don't call people rats in this podcast.
Yeah. All right. Well, cancel Aaron.
Also, maybe it's just me, but the cooks, why were they all black? Just saying.
Oh, I didn't
Like,
notice.
This
You
is
notice that? Like, there's no other like black characters in the game, pretty much. And like the few they're introduced, they're cooks with like white hoods over their head.
Oh,
What is
wow.
with that?
Whoa.
Come on, Square Enix, dropping the ball, man. 2000.
Man.
Yeah, 2000. That known year of just everything was like equality. You
Did
know?
the
Yeah.
more do the character design?
why people haven't learned to cook yet. It's
It's an
I guess
alternate
so.
universe. It's it's Ibelis or wherever. What is this? Oh, Gaia. Gaia is where the state is.
I feel like whenever part animal, black people are probably set above them in society. So
Well, it goes Hipal, Everyone else, CINNA,
Oh man.
and then the cooks.
Hey, they had a big appearance in this 3 in the beginning. They're really kind of looking out for Zidane. Zidane's all moping in the bar, and BB's trying to talk to him. He's like, dot, 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 dot. No, leave me alone, BB. Go explore and be a kid. Then you get to talk to literally every other, person of the group, and that play that went on, it was kind of, didn't get to see it, but it was cool.
Speaking of the old Tantalus group, you got something, Nelson?
No, I did not like the beginning of this 3. Didn't like
Same. Yeah.
I didn't like the middle end really either.
Was it?
there's stuff peppered throughout that.
Yeah.
That
Definitely.
I like.
I think the battles took an uptick in difficult level.
I agree.
The boss battles for the first 2 discs are just like walk through if you spent any time leveling up. This and then it took strategy, especially in the last couple of castles where I feel like they weren't even really dungeons. It was just like boss battle, walk a little bit, boss battle, talk some, boss battle.
Yeah. I don't know how far we want to jump ahead, but some parts that really seemed they were left out.
Quick note.
Parts where you're supposed to seems like you split up and actually do things with other
Right.
What were you saying, Tomas?
This game ramps up difficulty like crazy on this disc, man.
Yeah.
I'm in the 50s, and those level 50s, close to 60, and those battles were kind of rough.
Yeah, end game.
I had to stop.
Regular bad guys have 30,000 life.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Weird wrap up.
Glad it wasn't
too,
just me. I thought I was just bad
I mean-
at video games.
Yeah, every.
You're off there, but it's just over there.
I mean, this comes from a guy with power levels over here.
Wait, you're pointing at me on my screen.
I'm the
I
third.
don't power level.
Yeah,
Don't
power level
tell me
over
that I
here.
power
He's saying, the boss is a
Is
little
it
bit
Tomas?
difficult.
Is it Tomas?
I don't know where I am. It's one of these guys somewhere along here. But back on the beginning there, did you guys play the game with the BDSM hippos or whatever that all look exactly the same?
What?
The hippos that are they're training whatever they're called Zeno, Gino, and Bino
Oh,
or whatever
okay.
their name are. They're
They
like,
are
"Oh, let's do
BDSM
this."
hippos. You're right.
Yeah, let's do this game of
I did not
Choose who's
play
the
with the
right
BDSM hippos.
What was the game?
So literally, when somebody's shuffling cups around, where is it at? And it was
Yeah,
just
three-part
literally all the same hippos, the same character, animation or character design, and they just switch, places a lot, and oh, okay, and you can ramp it up, it goes faster. That was interesting.
We got a 6th
But-
member of the crew, guys. Look at him.
No way.
Oh,
Hey, doggo.
our hits
I
just went up, boys. Oh, here we go.
Oh my god! All right. I got no pets. I gotta.
I did. Dash is here, but he's off screen.
Water. Oh yeah.
This little thing, it's like a little Indian girl, but she's missing a head. And there's like,
Oh.
there's a wolf,
Dark,
though.
dude.
There's a wolf.
Just precious.
I think it might be a precious moment. So. Did anyone catch the Uncle CINNA line?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I got that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Uncle CINNA, I'm not your uncle. I'm too young, BB.
Made a note of that.
Skills.
So do you guys think the Beatrix and Steiner thing, the love letter and everything else, has that been just like they've been having that going on for a long time and now they're just realizing it, or was it him seeing her be such a badass kind of thing in a couple chapters where they got to fight together and stuff?
I mean, can't even hint towards it really because all that kind of came
Dude,
on
no.
like love letter and like assumption, right? Like I didn't get any of that. I mean, there's kind of like mutual respect when they kind of like, you know, they let everyone run away and like they kind of stay back with Freya and them to like defend, you know, their escape or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, I'm all for it. Better love stories than Zidane and Garnet, that's for sure.
They tried to make it where Beatrix maybe was having feelings, and Steiner's just like an idiot, like just like tunnel vision, kind of like
that's what it is.
And like like me, okay, all right, that's good. I wish it was better. It was fun.
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah, I wish there was more with everyone else, like the side characters at all. It seems like they're done. There's no more.
Well, I feel like they could have not introduced so many side characters and just worked on the ones they did have.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
agree
the
with that.
party, like I feel like there's...
Like, I feel like they give you a character for, like... It's like when like, TV shows jump a shark, like, I feel like they give you a character for one, like, a plot device, and now you've just got the character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the flaming Big Willie, you know, he just popped out of nowhere. He's like, hey, battle me!
Big Willie.
Yeah, Amaranth.
So you also named him Big Willie as well. Okay, good.
Amaranth's the worst.
Yes.
I think I have a note here.
That's cool.
Amaranth dumb. It's later on, you spoiled it, but it's
Yes. He has a good quote towards the end. I think it's like it's when you're like right at the end of, it's technically just 4, I guess, but he's can lost time ever be recovered or something? And I was wondering if any of you were feeling that after.
What disc did you say?
My neck right
Which
after.
disc was it on that you said? I'll do this.
You can talk.
Did you see where, like, you're the person who, like, ruins his life and, like, gets him fired and stuff?
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a bouncer at the card game.
Like, you just, like, life because he was doing his job, like,
Yeah.
So good.
and now he's your slave, like, I don't know.
So
Yeah.
Alexandria, right? So we did all that stuff, and then boom, it's gone. Like in 2 seconds. How do you guys feel about that whole Garnet thing and being coronated and all the happening so fast? And Kuj just like, hey, what's up? I'm gonna beat you out and take your amazing summon or whatever.
Well, this is, again, it's just another cheap plot device. Like, they did something big, and now we're not going to talk about it. It doesn't matter anymore. Like,
Happened so fast.
Yeah. The big beats in this story already were kind of the backseat for me, and since that's all they're trying to throw at you in this, it's been tough.
The scene, like, I mean, basically how the chain of events and everything, them finding Alexander is the castle or whatever and
It's
stuff,
cool.
like, just that whole chain of events was really
Oh,
cool
yeah.
visually and just like,
Mhm.
all that Bahamut, coming down and everything else, like, that
Rick
was
and
all
everything.
really cool stuff.
Has that summon been in any other Final Fantasy?
Bahamut, he's
Alexander.
in,
No, not Bahamut. The Alexandra or whatever that
he's in Final Fantasy 7
is.
and 8.
Alexandra or whatever, the wing one or whatever.
I don't know if he worked
He's
with
pretty
same
much always a
developer
holy.
in 8.
I remember flipping through my Final Fantasy VIII strategy guide in middle school, and I was like, Mr. Philip Alexander,
Oh, shit.
and he was
And that's when he doesn't exist anymore.
Mr. Roland's playing.
Oh, man. Just drop all his memories on us.
Yeah, it seems
Sorry.
like
Glad
Alexander's
I'm here.
often like a inanimate object that comes to life kind of thing. That's because like,
It's like a knight in Final Fantasy 8.
isn't he a? I think he's like a train almost, right? Or is that separate?
A train?
Well, in 8, Doom Train is a separate thing.
Right.
Okay. The Doom Train.
I feel like he's
There's
got
a bunch of
pistons
items
and
in Doom
stuff,
Train. That's
right?
people hard thing in Final Fantasy 8. But Alexander's he's like a knight. He's like purple and he's got like a sword.
Oh, really? Wow. I don't remember it at all.
In 8, he's like a walking fortress.
Oh, okay. So it's like, yeah. So it's like now. Okay.
So it's not the first time we've seen him in a Final Fantasy then.
Yeah. I think in the Final
No,
Fantasy.
I think most of those things are recurring. I don't
Wait,
think that's a...
Is this a
He's
connected
never
universe?
been like a major
Did we just
he's like
figure
a
something out?
driving force. And
Gigs and Ledge exist too. That's all connected.
I mean, never mind. That's spoilers. I can't say that for Disc 4, but
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll touch on that another time.
I just finished this 3 like 2 minutes ago, so...
Man, when the game speed runs to try to make sense and wrap everything up, and
I feel like they spent so much time laying groundwork for the first 2, and then you hit 3 and you're like, okay, now, here's side quests, here's room to level up, here's room to explore. We don't need to give you story anymore.
Yeah, first 2 very strong. First 2 very strong. 3 just, I don't know, man. They're just tossing out
I
everything.
think the gameplay good, and the cutscenes definitely have an uptick in quality. They look so cool, and they're so, like, complicated and stuff, which was a big deal for them, but it's just, the story is just, okay, well, oh, he's a vessel, he's gonna need all his friends now for no reason, and then they're just gonna keep screaming that he's selfish. Like, it's, I don't think they put much thought into it, but, I don't know. I think they tried to find a healthy transition from story heavy to gameplay heavy, and they just jumped from one to the other without really trying to find a transition or segue.
Exactly. I feel like they wanted to give you the meat of, like, the battle, but not so much of the story at all.
The difficulty ramped up without a doubt. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they expected you to do side quests. They expected you to explore and level up. And if you didn't do it, you can't just follow the story in a linear path.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna lose. There's no way to do it. The side quests really get a ton of really good like I know, Mike, you've got the guide, and I've looked at the guides for some of the boss battles where it tells you what you can steal and all that. Oh, you get a lot of those items where it's like, oh, make sure you steal this. You get a lot of those just from doing the chokefull side quests. So, like...
Yeah, often it's like you steal something, and then in the next town you can buy that.
Yeah.
So it just saves you... You're stronger for
You get the ability that much earlier, because having the ability and then spending the time getting the points to get to acquire it is really my favorite part of the game, to be honest. All of my characters have like all of the abilities, even if they don't give you that many points to actually equip them.
Yeah.
it's
Like, I've got auto potion on everybody, and then I've got like auto haste on everybody, and then I've got. I really want to have auto reflect, but it's like 18 points, and I just can't do it.
Goodbye, antibody.
Right.
Yeah.
Those 2 points for antibody or whatever.
They're important.
Well, then everybody, I also have like ability up and like level up on everyone as well.
Yeah.
necessary.
I guess at this point I really don't need ability up anymore because it's so like rare to actually get an item that has abilities I don't know. But like I said, when you do those side quests, you get the weapons. Like I've got Ragnarok for Steiner, and it's like 200 to get the ability from that, and then I've got like dragon's hair, dragon's whatever for Freya and
Rat Lady. I think it's-
Rat Lady. Right?
Yeah.
Ah,
Got the whisker.
Freya was good. It's so once you get that stuff, and then you like level. Once you get the abilities from all that, equipment kind of stops meaning anything because like even when you get the better equipment, like it's like it costs 10,000 more. Like I get one more defense. Like equipment's all just been about abilities.
Oh, see, I've been like, the ability system has frustrated me from the beginning because, like, I want to do what you're doing, but I'm not gonna grind.
Same.
So, like, yeah, I see, oh man, I get this new piece and I want this, like, ability, but I'm still working on antibody. I gotta get antibody. So then, like, I've found myself at multiple times, like, having to, like, going from, like, a feather hat to, like, a whatever the super hat is, like, just because, like, alright, I got all the, like, in between, I kept a feather hat on him for, like, almost the whole disc, and now he gets to upgrade because he learned, auto haste or whatever. So, in that case, like, the changes in, like, going from a really bad helmet or whatever to a really good one were significant, like, I found.
Yeah, I can see that. I guess I'm saying, so, like, I've got all of the available helmets. I'm just going through them ability by ability. So when you go from just, like, one to the next level up, it's always like, oh, one defense, or now you get 2 defense, but you minus 10 in evade or something.
Yeah.
It's never really worth it as far as equipment goes. Like, I can keep the same equipment. There's not that big a difference. But.
Yeah, I'm not really. Me personally, I really haven't been grinding out any abilities. If there's something stronger, something better, and like I just put on. If the ability seems good enough from the description, I'm like, oh, okay, this seems like it'll be useful later on. Otherwise, I've been kind of like, I'm good.
Go to that, like, Earth Temple or whatever. That all my characters having auto float definitely helped. Like, the weird frog eating guy and Zidane just couldn't be hit by the boss in that. Like, it was an easy fight because every attack missed.
Pro strats.
I equipped the Gaia gear for that fight, which absorbed Gaia stuff.
Please tell me what that means.
Yeah.
If guys come at me,
Speaking of Gaia, a random Gaia comes out named Garland. What was that about?
Oh man,
what was that about?
Any full from Killer Streets?
Kurt Russell from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. He's,
yeah, he just showed up literally.
Just for like a few days to fight him, and then he's gone. Like, that's.
Yeah, it was weird. Weird introduction.
Of Koji or whatever, just kicking him off the edge. Like, first she gives him a quick kick, and then she just kicks him straight off the platform. Like, okay, there goes a character.
Yeah.
It was weird. It's just they introduced him in Alexandria when he is like the big airship eye thing, whatever the hell it is. He's like, oh, you're gone too far. I didn't know you could ever go this, yada yada yada, Kuja, and like, oh, okay, cool, another guy hopping on nowhere for plot devices. Cool. All right. It's weird.
So is that that's a spaceship?
I don't know.
It's like the Invincible airship or something like that.
I
It's
don't know, dude.
a better version of the airship we have, right?
I think it's just an
Does it
airship.
have a teleporter?
It seemed far advanced. Yeah, it feels like a teleporter in a way.
Okay. The Shimmering Isle teleport, that's how he
Yeah, that's how they do
gets back and forth between.
But do they, when they travel into the Terra or whatever, right? Like, they don't use his ship, right?
They use the Shimmering Isle, like, to get there. They activate all 4 mirrors and.
So it's either use the ship or use the mirrors. That's like, he can do it without the mirrors. Is that like the special?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
I don't think they really explain it well. They just want you to go collect the mirrors and go to 4 different places. I don't think it's like a one-out device. It's.
I forget exactly where it is. There's like a wall of faces
Yeah,
that's where you're talking to Zidane. I really like that.
that was super cool.
Yeah.
That's when you're like,
is that Oilvert?
when you're starting to, yes, I think so. And when they're trying to start telling you about Zidane, like Zidane can start like reading shit that no one else can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And
Near the forbidden language.
I liked what they were trying to do with like the Terra stuff and the whole concept of like the same shit's going on over there. You know, these vessels or whatever. And
I was feeling that a lot.
And I love the look, like the whole eager kind of look to Pandemonium and stuff at the end. But yeah, it's just so rushed and gobbledygook.
So, do you think they could have added a lot of substance if they had you actually go through the other 3 temples instead of having them be completed off screen?
Oh,
It seemed like there was supposed to be like some kind of quest where it was you would be switching back, you would be doing something in this.
Yeah, I thought that like at the very least let you fight all the different monsters with the different teams you set. But ultimately, you only fight the one and just assume they beat the other ones on their own. Like,
They feel very poorly designed. I feel like as a design choice, they're just like, oh, we need to finish this game. This is how we're gonna do it. We know we could do this, but it would cost us.
I like the scene of Vivi and Steiner like trusting each other to fight together. I enjoyed that, but aside from that, I felt like all of it was just like okay, I guess they're gonna fight them off screen, and I hope they do well. I mean,
that's sucks.
You don't even see the Guardian for the water.
I guess I didn't do that. Yeah, you don't. You just assume it happened.
They don't even show that.
Not at all.
They show them
Like,
escaping.
It's like a budget thing. It's strange, man.
And you get to see like sexy fire lady.
So what I'm
That weird dragon thing. And...
Those guys are a callback to Final Fantasy 1.
Oh, okay.
Those are the 4
Oh, nice
Well,
catch.
I know Garland.
Yes.
I caught the Garland.
I never played Final Fantasy 1.
Because Garland is the name.
Garland
in Final
is
Fantasy
the knight,
1,
too.
Yeah, you fight this boss early on. In
Good
Final Fantasy,
catch.
His name is Garland.
Yeah,
And
Garland
then
becomes
later
Chaos,
on, like, winds up being the final boss.
Oh, okay.
which deals with time travel.
Which I guess would make it funny that he just gets kicked off a platform right away.
Touching on Eric's little theory there, yeah, in a way, it's all kind of connected.
Mike's face is stuck on a weird thing. Okay, there it is.
Well, I really felt like
Sorry.
like the
Monday
Garland
starts
Kuja thing was at least initially reminiscent of like the Emperor and Kefka from Final Fantasy
yeah.
VI.
Almost exactly, yeah.
But the thing is, like, the major difference is that, like, from the beginning of Final Fantasy VI, the Emperor is, like, really, like, they're hyping him. You see him multiple times. He's doing shit. He's blowing up things. Like, he's ever present, and then midway through the game, oh shit, there's a worse dude out there. He's murdered, or whatever else. Whereas it's, like, the opposite in, like, oh, the Emperor just shows up, Garland just shows up randomly, like, and you're supposed to kind of think, like, oh yeah, he's got the upper hand. He, like, but he doesn't. He, like, never seems like he has the upper hand or is, like, the controller of Kuja in my mind.
Just there to spit out.
Do you think it was just another cheap throwaway to explain why Zidane is different from everyone else? And, like, oh, now nothing matters again. Like,
I mean, he created them, right? So, you know.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah, they're super soldiers.
Super soldiers.
Another
Well,
Cloud
that's-
and Sephiroth.
what are the Vinos?
But
And Gucci.
I wish there was some kind of like setup for him. Like maybe you would see weird flashbacks of like Kuja and that guy, like whenever he first creates Kuja or something, and like trying to teach him how to what he's going to be doing, like why he's being sent to or something. Like they could have set that up somehow and made you feel something.
They had 2 discs to explain it.
He did, and he did it like in like 3 seconds. He's like, "Oh, he's a failure or whatever." You know, I never thought he'd go thus far. So, you know, why Zidane has a bigger role, and it just like he said it like literally in like 1 paragraph. That's it, super fast. Like what? There's so much.
I thought it was
What's
pretty
going on?
good though. I wish they had more
Okay.
time, but I liked the concepts. Like I was
Yeah.
reading it and I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. They just it's told to you and then it's like, all right, on to the next thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they would actually go through and show it as part of the story. I hate any plot developments that are done as part of like a villain's prerogative, like where they just stand there and they just tell you they tell you the evil plan, they tell you why this has happened, rather than it coming out as part of a developed story. It just comes across as like, oh, we didn't have time to do it, so it's like, oh, he'll show up, explain it, and then now he's out of the game.
Yeah, he's just this weird space dad that shows up. And wants to switch things.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
here's a
weird
little
space dad is going.
here's a little description. So, Garland was created by the Terrans to accomplish their plans of survival 5,000 years ago. Terra had always simulated other planets to survive, and when the world was dying, Terrans thought for a newborn planet to be merged with. No such planet was found at the time, and the Terrans made a risky decision to fuse with the young planet of Gaia. Yeah, it's just exactly what Mike said. He's space dad, come out of nowhere. You guys suck. I'm not going to stop you what
I
you're
think
doing.
he's pretty cool. Like, I like his armor. I think he's wearing like cool
he looks
black
great.
armor. He's got
Yeah.
the cool bald like thing going on. You know me, bald people scare the shit out of me. So.
Yeah, I think he could have been cool. I think that whole section could have been really awesome.
Could have been.
Isn't it kind of weird? His like two
Across
templates.
all of just free instead of just you run into him at the end, you beat him at the end. They could have peppered him in like throughout the story.
Yeah.
Like since they were lagging the story, it wouldn't have taken that much just to work it in.
Some kind of mystery, because they just want you to think like, oh, what's up with Kuja, you know? But they don't. Then they just tell you.
Daddy issues.
I felt very Star Warsy, kind of.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you think of that way.
Yeah.
That's the way I kind of looked at it when I first saw him, and he was talking about the two. You know.
Except that
So-
they kill like
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
Emperor at the very very tail end of the
You're right.
story.
You're right.
As opposed to
I saw him as a Vader figure, but you know.
It's all
Oh.
very creepy, and it seems like they've just taken that to the way too kind of far. Like I was kind of with it, the first two discs, and I thought I guess they would do something cool with it, but am I like froze or something?
no.
No, you're good, man.
You're good, man.
This is true.
Yeah, just from even I'm looking at like my party at the moment, which is like Zidane, Garnet, Vivi, and Freya. So I'm like, okay,
Solid
mage, red mage, fighter.
And required character.
And I know that's what they were going for because people complained about, as he said, Final Fantasy VIII being too futuristic and too far away from the Final Fantasies before it, and they overcorrected. I think.
If they give you mages and then other mages that are less good than the ones you already have, like I don't like using Garnet really.
No, she's worse.
And they just give you another character that also weapons, like
Yeah,
I
the
wish
doubling
I
up
could
is
just-
bad. Like, there's no. I don't like the doubling up of the characters. Like, and it almost feels like Amaranth, his ability, like the throw ability and stuff. Like, you could have easily tacked that on to Zidane. Like, maybe
Or
Zidane's already kind of like the
Schneider or
ninja,
anyone else.
like type, you know. So like,
Yeah, maybe the acrobatic rogue could throw things.
yeah.
it's actually the ability that Final Fantasy usually gives to the acrobatic character,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
throw gale and throw whatever. It's always been the thief ability.
Despite like him having cool character design, he's completely unneeded. Like they should just never introduced him.
Yeah, it's a weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't even go as far as to say his design is cool.
I liked him. He looked cool. He was like his big old.
Oh, I think he's interesting.
Troll.
Yeah.
That's what happens when Grobik from Chrono Cross doesn't get a haircut.
That's what he's just Grobik. They're the same fucking character, and Graphic is so much cooler.
Maybe next playthrough.
I see so much Chrono Cross in this game, and it makes me sad.
Yeah.
That it's,
I see absolutely zero.
Hillside weapon.
Really? You see zero Chrono Cross in this game?
Because I've never seen a single screen of Chrono Cross. So I've seen the cover. There's like a dude with like a cool like sword, I think. Like,
Yeah, that's the game right there.
yeah,
The
that's
swords.
I think he might have like a purple bandana or something, right? Like,
it's got a red paint.
see, I don't even know what I've seen. I've never seen anything. Chrono Cross exists. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
They both exist, so same game.
There's an area in Chrono Cross that you actually get to like explore that reminded me of
Yes.
like Pandemonia. Is it Pandemonia or Pandemonia?
Oh, Pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium actually probably was a better name. I think. What do you want to call it? The GF that's in everything too, Pandemonium.
Yeah, the Wingia.
Stadium Arcadium was their first choice, but it was already copyrighted at that point.
Did you guys laugh when they tried to find a cure for Sid and turned him into a frog instead?
Oh yeah, just
I
I
love
Yeah,
I
that was
bawled
funny.
first. I cried.
Oh god, the whole sequence where you
Yes.
that's in this disc, right?
Yeah, it is.
Sequence.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
It's weird. It
No,
didn't
wait.
make it into my notes of the good
Better-
things.
No.
It just-
You're,
it
you're
felt-
making me remember how upset I was about this disc. Like,
I gotta drive it in, man. Every detail.
this
That
was
part's loud.
I love that
thought
this
I
went
was
from
gonna
like
run out
a,
of time there.
a like mildly man, we're all kind of okay with Final Fantasy IX to just let's just shit on.
Why? I didn't think this.
That is the
Just for me, and that
the
was
shit disc. Like,
Right.
man.
maybe the more the ending and
Yeah, when Garland comes back, it's gonna be fucking sick.
Oh, yeah, I hope.
Final Fantasy 16, Garland's Revenge.
Yeah.
This is gonna be
all in.
the Return of Kuja.
Oh, God. This game.
They really got their money's worth on the whole, like, hey, there's no bridge here. Go back and press
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god.
It's a lot of dungeons like that. They should have just used the cool spider vehicles for
Jargons.
every dungeon.
So that section where you couldn't use magic, and they specifically tell you that there's an anti-magic barrier. Like
Yeah.
they don't specifically tell you don't bring magic characters, but they basically do. Did you bring any magic characters like like your boy here?
I did.
Brought some magic
I did.
characters.
Best decision of my life.
It's bad. It's bad to
no,
bring
I
magic
had
characters.
The guide.
You know.
I didn't know I have guides, Mike.
we got the internet. It's the same thing.
Cool, man. Press start. Just press
Eric
start.
could have had a guide, man. He sold me it.
Man, when you have two magic characters on your team who have to attack, it ain't good, man. It's not good.
Ain't good.
My BB hits for 9,999, bro.
No.
They all hit for that much.
Well, Aaron's level 99 characters over there.
I thought the little trick in the castle, the upside down castle, was cool, where they wanted you to equip your weak weapons.
Oh yeah, I like that.
You know what to do.
Oh,
I
I
just with my strong.
Yeah, like if you equip, because that's why they give you, like, you'll start picking up
Right.
like
Oh,
a dagger and like a broadsword. They give you all the base weapons because since the
right
castle's
over
upside
my head,
down, the rules of combat.
completely over my head.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Just Mad Max. Let's go.
sure.
I gotta finish this game by the 23rd. Let's go.
Come on. Faster. Faster. I don't hear you're
I finished it at 250, so
Dang,
Oh,
bro.
God.
I just stopped using magic ever since the magic snafu. I'm done using magic characters at all.
I don't like magic seems like a cheap substitution. Like just the physical characters do good damage without having to match types or anything like that to me. So I just don't really like using the magic characters.
Yeah, I mean, I just use Eevee because Eevee's great, but other than that, I don't really want to use magic characters.
Yeah, it's either Garnet or Quina.
Yeah.
It just becomes kind of like a mage for me with her
Right.
abilities.
I like summoning. I do summon.
Yeah, same.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Really?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I didn't learn Single Summon.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to do Odin because I bought the Dark Matter
Yeah.
from the auction house, but
It's
never got to do it.
ironic, a game focused on, like, summons, how little you need them in the game.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. They have, just the whole game's talking about losing your Eidolons and blah, 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 and they're like, well, I never needed them in the first place, so what the fuck did I need to grab for?
That's how I put Final Fantasy X as well. I never summoned.
Yeah.
They force you to do it in Final Fantasy X.
Yeah,
The
they do.
last night.
Well, for some battles you have to, but like I just never unless I had to. Like it's a battle where summoning's an important thing. I never summoned anything.
I never maxed out fucking Yuna Sphere Grid.
In the beginning, the European version, I made her into a black magic user and completely ignored Lulu, so Yuna's unstoppable from the beginning. So
Oh, it was great. The summons in 10, just they made them look so cool, and they kept
yeah. Well, the system's really cool. But I like the characters, and at some point when I'm fighting, the animations take longer than the battles, and it's I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I was rocking no random battles for a lot of this, because just loading into a fight in this game.
Oh god, yeah, this game chugs, bro. This game, lag and dragon.
Yeah, you gotta
I mean, mine fast limit, and I turned on what Eric turned on, the fast track and whatever, and for Steam, and it makes it a lot more bearable, because before when I was playing in the beginning, my god, I can go make some coffee and come back, and you know what I mean? It felt that long, yeah.
Yeah, there's some.
Well, especially in certain levels, the Upside Down Castle, the double back so much. I turned off battles just because, I have to go hit the switch. I don't need 5 battles to go hit the switch and come back.
Yeah.
Eric, you haven't played this 4 yet, have you?
No, I have not.
So cover your ears, this is a question for them, because I forget exactly. So, is this 3 still where Garland tells Zidane, hey, this is your destiny, and you're the angel of whatever, death, or...
Yeah.
Is this 3? Okay, you're good, Eric. You're good. You're good.
I also didn't put this 4, but I realized you were handing on spoilers, so I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. How'd you guys feel about that?
4.
It's this 3 still, right?
I mean, it's a cool concept as a story, but it's just him spoon-feeding a main plot device to you.
Yeah.
How cool would it have been to, run into something where, that factored into what you had to do, rather than just, oh my god, I created you, and this is what happens, and...
Dude, I felt like Zidane at the end of this game. I'm like, please, for the love of God, just tell me what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Garland, spoon.
Use your medicine, take it.
So
You're gonna feel not so good afterward, but...
I didn't feel good afterwards.
first to Gaia?
What?
Garland sends Kuja first?
Yes.
Or was the Dane
Yeah.
first?
No, it's Kuja.
Kuja was first.
Okay.
Dane was a backup measure.
Yep.
But Kuja was... Why did he need a backup measure? Kuja was doing what he wanted.
Right, it is, way... a more powerful version of Zidane, right?
I think. I guess not. I don't know.
Which of the 2 of them beat Amaranth 1-on-1?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That's
Yeah.
true.
One of them just hired him. That was it. Didn't Kuja hire him?
As per plot device, Kuja was made to be replaced. That's it. It's
Brother!
I think it's called the plot hole, so...
It's kind of backtracking. But how'd you guys like the anime flashback of Garnet, like, kind of like seeing images of like her mother in the boat and stuff?
Yeah, what is it, Medane?
Yeah. Yeah, wherever it is, yeah, exactly. How'd you guys like that a little bit? Just curious. Did you like how they executed that, or not really?
No, we all
Okay.
do.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. That's all I need to know. Again, it felt very Final Fantasy VII-ish to me. He's like, hey, Aerith, this is my mom. You know, you're the special thing. Like, there's so many big plot points borrowed from... Yeah.
I mean,
like
8
copy
does
pasta.
the same thing with, like, people just not knowing their past. Like, so
Yeah.
it's just, like, 7, 8, 9 all have that. Even
Yeah.
6 with Terra kind of not really knowing her. They're just like, man, that's like 4 games in a row that they did the,
That's
you
my
know,
6 is the
Like,
you're
it's
special.
everything you know this past and nothing about present or future.
Yeah.
That's why 6 is the best. It's the OG of those.
Yeah,
plot points.
it invented the, hey, you don't know
Yeah.
why you're special thing, I guess.
Exactly. And they're like, hey, this is such a good thing. Let's do it again.
It
4
wasn't
more
good then,
times.
It's in the ground. Let's go.
Right. Well, even 8, it all comes apart like, oh, I know we all forgot, but we all know each other.
Oh my god, yeah.
You just forgot.
Yeah, you try to use GFs, alright? Alright?
Yeah,
They mess with your mind, man.
Don't you shit on Triple Try.
Oh. So what we're saying is,
Oh, boy.
10 broke the mold.
Yeah. Finally.
Football is better than
There
ever.
was still daddy issues in that game.
10 a lot.
Dude,
Blitz.
Football.
Um,
Final Fantasy what?
Blase ball.
So, I think we already hit on some of the other things. The spike in difficulty. I want to go back to how bad they dropped the ball on the 2-party thing. The splitting everyone up and going like that was
War party
just,
No, I thought it would be the first good use of having 1,000 available party members.
yes.
It was like, okay, now I've actually spent the time of all of these members learning abilities. It's going to be cool to see them function on their own without Zidane doing 6,000 damage every time, just killing everything himself and everybody just exists. But no, it's just, they fight off screen. I think part of the reason they did that is they know people are going to pick the same 4 characters all the time. And like, what do you think, what's going to happen if, let's say Vivian Steiner was so underleveled? You're just going to be stuck on that part forever, or...
Well, I thought they could have done something cool because they could have given the mages a cool boss fight.
Yeah.
Did some kind of gimmick with them. They could like you said,
find a
Vivian
boss where it's
Steiner
his.
would have had to. They could have done some kind of tandem.
Right.
You know.
And they've done a decent job in this game, honestly, up to that point. Yeah, if you do a lot of side quests or whatever, it throws it out of the, you know, it can screw up your party and stuff. But they've forced you to, like, have different parties and stuff, like, fairly well. So if you do go heavy, like, just story, main story, there would be a payoff to, like, okay, I've had to use Steiner even if I didn't want to, or, you know, use Steiner especially because I don't want to, that type of thing. Or,
Yeah.
you know,
I think Aiko or whatever was my only character that was like severely like I think her max HP was like 600.
Yeah.
Hell, I feel like I never used her.
Never used her at all either.
That could have been enough, but I feel confident that any other combination of characters would have been fine.
It just sucks because you knew like she's just image of Garnet, and it's like why have her? Because you know Garnet's gonna be there until the end of the game, so why choose otherwise?
And then Garnet cuts her hair the same length, so
yeah.
She's
What the
got a
heck?
different trans ability, okay? She casts double white.
I don't know that I've ever trained either.
oh, man.
I
You
never
know
did.
the elevator puzzle where you have to change the numbers to make the elevator go different places and all that? like at the elevator puzzle, you were able to push and do active time event, and then like when you did that, you were able to like switch back and forth and go back to Zidane. I think if they had done that for the different, like the air temple or whatever, if they did that where you actually had to like work together at different points to solve puzzles at other temples.
Yeah.
It really happened where you get to the temple and walk straight to the bad guy, and then that's it. It's
like I said,
I feel like what they considered the hard part of the temple was just finding the temples to drop the people off at, and that was it.
That was
Really, really weird.
I had to look it up. I flew around a lot. I didn't find shit.
I looked that up for sure. That wasn't
You had to go to them in order too. That was the hardest part. I was like, this looks like a place.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, you gotta go to this one first.
Oh, okay.
I linked up my guide for that. I didn't even try to look for them on my own.
Oh, I looked.
I mean-
I looked and failed.
Did you have to use the guide for that one, Mike?
Oh, I live the guide life.
Oh, okay. Live the guide life. Word by word.
So try to do the chocobo side without a guide. Like it's like that, only they're like little tiny spots, and you have to find them based on like a really vague description and picture. It's
So I'm gonna have you do something, Aaron, to help you out here. So open Google Chrome, go to bookmarks, add bookmark, playonline.net, if you could, and you're gonna be real good. You're gonna be great.
You guys said.
Yeah, do that, and then start the game over.
Yeah.
Redo.
Yeah, you need power level if you use the guide. Good.
Okay, so side note, did anybody find like that flooded library place? It was like nothing to do with any of the.
it was a side thing. Yeah, I did that.
No.
Oh,
I found it by accident while looking for those temples. But
I didn't.
You could, like, do some pretty decent stuff in there.
Yeah, it's all about treasure in that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a good weapon or two. There's items. You can buy stuff from somebody there.
I didn't fuck with that whatsoever.
Dagwar Ray?
Yeah,
Nah,
Cabrera or something like that.
Is that where they ask you about what your treasure rank is?
Yeah.
And it's okay. Yeah.
If you're high enough up there, because the treasure hunter is one of the side quests. If you're high enough rank, like they give you stuff, and I don't remember what I got. I know I wasn't high enough to really get the best thing, but
I didn't do any of that.
Is it just me, or like are the side quests super obtuse? Like I didn't know what, like I wouldn't know right now like where to start a side quest. Like what?
Same, yeah.
it's kind of vague. I think it's for the people who like love Final Fantasy and do like the deep dive where
Deep dive.
yeah.
Where, like Eric said, like there's just I would have no clue where to go. Like I don't know, it's kind of weird.
I think
Well, to do that first, you have to really look for it, but to do even the I would say that like to do even the treasure hunter side quest, I don't know if you can do it without a guide. Like you literally have to have found specific types of treasure. And
Okay.
Like how do you kick that one off? As an example, like the treasure hunter one.
it's just stuff you find as you're playing the game.
Oh,
It's not you go special places. It's like hidden treasure you find while you play the game. Like let's.
Yeah, like did anyone do that one? When you go to Trano, there's that one lady who's like collecting works of
the
whatever.
Stelazio or whatever. Yeah.
Did anyone do that? Any parts of that? I didn't.
Got the blood sword earlier in the game for Steiner, which made him like the most broken character. But
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't
Yeah, a lot
like.
of times you just get a lot of money.
That's
It just gives you a ton of money. But sometimes you can get like Aaron said, the blood sword and
you could steal the blood sword at the end of the game.
right. I know, like if you go to the events, like at the start of Disc 4, I was trying to figure out how to save, so I hit like square, and I was inside the ship, and I found one of those Stelazio's.
Fuck, now I know you can hit square.
And then Jack showed up, and like it was crazy.
You should say Jack.
You jack shot at everybody, bro.
Garland was tag team partner.
I play it. That's fine. I play.
The treasure hunter thing, like, it says treasure hunter rank is determined by the number of hidden treasure chests you've opened, items that you've obtained during event sequences, and items found on the world map through Chocobo Hot and Cold side quest. So it's just like random items that you found that are important.
Okay.
Make it rank go higher, and then when you find that Jaguaro place and you talk to the guy, he gives you a reward based on what you found.
Yeah, and I think you start that in the Chocobo Forest if you ever went in. There.
No, I didn't.
I didn't know it at all.
It's been a long time. Chocobo stuff.
He'll give you like a hint. He'll be like, okay, a treasure is here. And it'll be like a scavenger hunt type thing at that point. You have to go to that exact spot on the world. I think isn't it all done on the world map?
Yeah, and then like as you find different ones, you'll find different. Like you can eventually upgrade your chocobo. So like you start out with just a plain chocobo that can't climb over mountains, can't go in the light colored water or the dark colored water, and can't fly. And as it goes, you get now you've got a chocobo that can go into the light colored water off of the beach and like go around, and then you get one that can climb over mountains, and then you get one that can go on the dark colored water. So basically, it can go anywhere. And then you get one that if you go to a certain spot, you can fly. Like if you go to woods, you go there and fly, then you can land on woods again. And
yeah.
so like if you do that side quest, you can actually explore the whole world like way before you get the airship, or before you get the better airship.
Yeah.
So did you fight Ozma, Aaron?
Ozma from Fire Emblem?
No, Ozma is the hidden boss that you need the chocobos to beat to even find them. If you run around the map, there's like a little shadow that you can see, and if you use the flying chocobo on that spot, you go up and you can find
Man,
them.
going deep.
No, I haven't done that.
Holy
I didn't know
We
if
did
it was
that back in the day. Like, I beat the fuck out of this game when I was like 13, but like, I did not have the heart beating, you know, like, to get to the end of this game was a fucking struggle this time.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of repetitive quests, so
That's fine.
I
mean,
remember really
God bless
liking
you,
that
Aaron.
part the first time I played it.
It's nice they let you do that. That really makes you go deep. I would never have done that
I'm
at
into
all.
like blitzball based side quests.
I didn't. I was a big fan of Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
I did that. Well, I don't know. Right now, I'm also playing Suikoden 3, and a lot of that's repetitive. 108 different characters again.
Jesus.
You got that duck guy? You got that duck?
You start out with the you get other ducks.
Oh no, there's more ducks.
There's actually like it's called 108 stars. All of them are like that. There's 5 Suikoden games. But right now there's a Kickstarter to make a 6th one, but it's not going to be called the same. It's called like a spiritual sequel or whatever.
There's only like 107 characters.
They're actually on to 109.
First really good thing?
No,
Suikoden 2?
Yeah.
I played Suikoden 2, 3, and 4. I didn't really like 4. I just found out there was actually a 5th one. So when I'm done replaying 3, I'm going to download and play 5.
So where are we on the Final Fantasy timeline?
The PS3, but you can't play them on the PS4, which seems really stupid.
PS5 gonna be totally backwards.
For like digital, probably not for like to buy like digital games off the PSN.
Day one buy.
officially Suikoden in the podcast now.
Yes.
I don't even know what that is. So.
I know of it.
Can we kick Eric
Probably
off?
better. So where are we at with this?
Where are we on the disc?
We're there.
We covered a lot of ground. Where do we want to be?
Well, after you do the you go to the Shimmering Isle, right? After you did the shitty 2-party thing.
Yeah, you go through the wasn't it like a Annihilation-esque kind of
Shimmer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was kind of cool.
What a name.
Griffin flying through there.
Yeah.
Alex Garland, very big Final Fantasy 9 thing.
Well, Alex Garland.
Oh. He changed his fucking name.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's just like Alex Smith or some shit before he played this game. And oh boy.
It took him 28 days to beat it. That's why he wrote 28 days later.
It was very sunny when he played it, so sunshine.
Sunshine? Yeah.
Oh my god. Name drops.
Yeah.
Boom, we solved it. Square. Funding
I
house.
mean, we didn't mention the Annihilation, right? Not the Shimmers. He didn't make the Annihilation.
I put "Can I stay with you" in quotation marks. I remember someone said that and it upset me. I don't know who said that. Anyone remember?
Oh, I don't know.
What you?
During that,
I think
when
it was
you're
either,
like going to.
it was either Garnet said it to like the group or Zidane said it to the group, and it felt out of place either way. But
Oh, okay.
obviously you guys weren't deep in the story like me.
I mean, a lot of this, like,
Really check it out.
again, just every member of your party was just relegated to whatever their one personality trait is, and saying things that just focus on, like, in that direction. Like,
Was it was weird now when
protector guy, I'm the horny 12-year-old.
Yeah. Which was really weird for me, because he's just like trying to get his pants the whole time.
was it even figured out by Grobic, like the end when they're trying to get you to stop from going down? He's like, but what about friendship? Like,
Yeah.
The power of friendship doesn't.
Yeah, that scene was weird to me.
It was very weird.
well, it's so out of place for Zidane at all. Like, I get being shook by finding out who you are, but being like, well, I'm nothing, I'm just a burden, even though I save all of you repeatedly, and I'm just gonna go off on my own, and they're like, no, don't leave us, you're selfish. What about friendship? Like, it's just rough.
It's like he took it very well, like this whole earth-shattering thing,
Yeah.
and then like he goes into like Garland like puts him to sleep or something, and he has like a nightmare, and that's how he dealt with the trauma. And then 15 seconds,
You know how I feel about friendship? Disc 3. That's how I feel about friendship.
he wakes up a little groggy. He's mean to them. He's like, let me.
Well, even that, I just need to be alone, but then fights every battle with other people.
Yeah.
Well, and like, okay, so let's break down a little bit the Kuja Zidane thing. So Zidane's the backup weapon. He ends up being even more powerful or whatever. But somehow he's lost, like, to Garland. He like just, or did Garland place him in the world?
Kuja dropped him on
I don't
Gaia. Kuja tried to get rid of him
Okay.
because he knew he was a replacement, which is why Zidane lived on Gaia and why he didn't remember Terra or any of that shit. And then, so it's like, that's why, like, Kuja knew you from the beginning. That's why, like, the whole entire time, Zidane's like, oh my god, who the fuck are you? It's like, I know your destiny, blah, blah, blah. Like, but
Right.
yeah, I'll explain at the very end. Like,
So
oh, yeah.
he was like a baby,
I guess,
Argenome's baby.
I guess they come out as
At
babies
one point?
or whatever.
Don't really say. Yeah.
I thought the template was like 12-year-old girl with bowl cut. Was like the
Yeah,
you will beat
come
God
out of the
template.
hyperbolic
Is,
chamber.
yeah. You got two templates for the God Eater. You've got anime guy, and you've got 12-year-old girl with bowl cut. That's really the only options that Garland had, and I mean he did well. He did well for himself. So.
You only had like 5,000
Yeah, I don't-
years to think about it.
Yeah, only 5,000 years to think about
I don't really understand. So,
it.
It's hard
So
to
the
follow,
goal-
bro.
so the goal was to send Kuja there to draw out the Eidolons.
Souls,
right?
no souls. He just murdered
That's
them.
the goal.
Souls.
Yeah.
It's all about
Yeah,
souls.
he was supposed to create war and strife to draw out souls so that they could, like, swap with Terra
Got
and Gaia. Swap out the souls, blah, blah, blah. God, it's so fucking... and it's not explained.
But Zidane like bumped his head or something, and was nice saying after that.
that's what it seemed
Well,
like.
Zidane
Yeah.
doesn't know anything because Kuja dropped him off. Apparently, I think that's what Tomas said.
What a parallel! What a
Okay.
parallel!
They
This is
never
Dragon
liked
Ball, Star Wars, Metal Gear, all.
Yeah. Fucking Metal Gear.
Clearly, they chose the best parts of the story and put it all together in disc 3.
It's a weird match.
When Shagohod comes out in disc 4, I'm gonna be happy.
Solid.
Okay.
But then you get okay. So
Our next game.
all right, so you go to the Shimmering Isle. You get all this crap about Zidane being, you know, a replicant or whatever.
Genome?
Black mages in the
And
rain, bro.
You beat the dragon. You beat Darth Vader. You beat. And then you go back to Earth, and it's covered in mist again.
To what? Where do you go?
You go back to Gaia.
Thank you. I don't remember going to Earth in this game.
You collect the Dragon Balls.
They can.
Spoilers.
There's mist.
Yeah.
The place is covered in mist.
That's missed.
And they're like, oh, this is part of Kuja's plan. Please do open it back.
The Whitewater Mist, right? That was Kuja.
Door open to the
Oh my god, what a pull.
What did he do?
Jesus.
Goddamn losing it.
I don't know what's going on.
They're going to the dead zone. Next
I don't like it.
The vacuum star.
I like it when it was just a group of ragtag pals going. Beat the Fat Queen. That's what I want.
Fucking crying.
So Bobby Corwin is going to inherit the Earth, right?
That's the best part.
Is that some kind of like fan contest they had? Like get your name into.
Do you want to know? I looked it up.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
I want to know.
Please, indulge us.
So the most famous of all chocobos in Final Fantasy lore is Boko, the chocobo. Bobby,
Okay.
Bo, Corwin, Co. Bobby
Wow.
Corwin is Boko, the chocobo.
Okay. Is that like the chocobo from like the chocobo games? Like there's
I think like
Chocobo
Chocobo Dungeon and stuff.
Chocobo racing.
Yeah, I think Boko is like in
Okay. He's the mascot.
lots. Yeah. I think the chocobo you see.
Fuck this joke.
Bobby Corwin. Bobby Corwin.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, man, some kid won.
Real fucking weird. Real fucking weird. Especially because how many times they say Bobby
They say the
Corwin.
name 30 times.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of Asians with the name Bobby Corwin either. Like,
Even mentioned, like, there's a line in there, it's like, you can just call him by his first name.
Yeah. Which is Bobby Corwin.
I don't know what his last name is. It's just,
His last name is also Bobby Corwin, baby.
Oh,
no.
We lost Tomas.
Tomas on with that last name comment. It was just done after
Over
that.
the edge. How dare you?
He just figured out what I was talking about with Boko. He's like, oh shit.
I was back. There we go.
Uh-oh. Here comes Kate.
And with our emotions. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah, in this world full of Amarants and Zidanes, I'm glad there's a Bobby.
It's like that meme in a world full of Amaranths and Zidanes. Be Bobby Corwin.
Yes. Be a Bobby.
Oh boy. So disc 3, what haven't we said? What, you know?
I think so little happened that there's not really.
We didn't touch on Ibsen's castle. Everyone remember Ibsen's castle? Or is that the upside down castle?
He has an upside down cap.
Upside down
Yeah,
castle.
upside down,
The mirrors and stuff.
That was the fight that made me have to stop and grind a bit.
Oh, okay.
Fight that arc. It's called an arc
It's hard.
or something. It's like looks like a big ship.
It was hard, but I didn't have much trouble with it. But it's like, the next dungeon after that, where it literally is just boss fight, a little bit of walking, boss fight, cutscene, boss fight. Like,
I'd do that, Mike.
nothing after that goes the same exact way.
Because I think you needed clear-headed because he would confuse you.
Yeah.
And then,
Confusion has one of the more frustrating things that can happen.
oh yeah. I tried to fight a few times without just trying to, push through the wall. But
I think it's the
There's so many fucking status effects in this game, by the way.
yeah, I would get something like something would just stick with. I would use like a cure-all and it wouldn't even cure the.
Like toxic, I think. Toxic.
Spell tags, anointments, fucking there's like 8 different status elements.
I wrote toxic
even tell you what
BS
it
on
is,
here. Yeah.
I bought 99 remedies. So.
Smart.
But I don't think Remedy
I
takes toxic away. I think only the
There's a few things.
vaccine or whatever does it.
Yeah. You need a salve.
Sal from
President
Jersey.
Salve.
Yeah.
With the salve.
I think it's about it. Did we cover anything else we didn't cover? Okay, I can't really remember.
I don't think I'm done yelling at this game.
Cinna owning the unusual potion.
Oh.
Oh my god. I've totally forgot about that.
Uncle Cinna, to you.
Yes.
Right.
Had to get it in.
Yeah. I like. That was one of those small moments peppered in there that I enjoyed. I like that whole finding the recipe for that kind of stuff. The wall of faces.
The Wall of Faces is great.
Wall of faces. Reminded me of Chrono Cross.
A little, yeah, I'll give you that. So when are we playing that?
I've never played it.
TBD.
It is still the 20th anniversary of the U.S. release of Chrono Cross.
Yes! Let's go!
What's Cross available on? Is it on Steam?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
Cross?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd play it if it's on Steam.
You can order.
Chrono Trigger.
I found out that you can order a sealed copy of Chrono Cross from Square's store. They've done a reprinting.
Do they have a sealed copy of a PS1 as well? I could use one of those.
Yeah, they'll give you that too.
I'll even rent it. I'll blockbuster it. It's fine.
Can I buy it off PlayStation?
The PS3 store.
Not the PS4 store?
No.
That's
So
no
many
way of playing it.
No PS1 games available.
No way of playing it then. Because the Chrono Trigger is available on Steam.
Yeah.
It's not a good
Chrono.
version.
Yeah. Well,
It's the
iOS version.
The mobile version. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
The one I stopped
I
playing.
had the DS.
Poor Eric. Yeah, the DS version is the
Definitive.
quintessential.
Okay, let's wrap up Disc 3, then we can talk about the other games we want to play, maybe.
Talk about better games after this.
Anything else we want to touch on?
No, Final Fantasy 9
Yo,
Are we going to beat this game or what? Are we gonna do
Yeah.
that?
I am
yeah,
very close.
Much left to the game. It
I
looks
already
like it's
finished
nothing
it.
but boss fights. So,
Okay.
this last dungeon.
Yeah, Disc 4 is not very long.
Okay.
There's a lot of they try to shoehorn in the last bits of the plot that don't make sense.
I can see that I can steal the Masamune from a boss.
Yes,
so
you
I will
can.
be-
You can steal the Master Mune and the
Come on, come on. Now I know the
Eric,
Masamune
why-
exists.
You don't steal anyway.
You can
I
steal
don't.
Genji
Burn
armor
it.
too.
Did you guys buy the Peach Glove from the
No.
auction?
Yes, I did.
By the what?
The Thief Gloves.
from the auction house.
I didn't buy from the auction house. I've used them at that one library flooded place. They got a person that can make the item.
Oh,
shit.
gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how I
But
got
you
it.
bought like everything at the auction house.
I've never gone to the auction house.
Neither.
I didn't know it was.
I got black matter.
Basically, it'll give you 4 random options of things to buy, Eric. And there's certain things that you need to buy to sell to people within the city. And I think the magical finger or something
Is
an
what
item
CINNA
you need
wants.
for, like Steiner's ultimate weapon.
Oh, okay.
Basically, you go in and out of the auction house.
Good to know.
Hope that it loads.
And that was in Trino, right?
Are they expensive? Like, is it like?
It depends on how the auction goes. Like, because
The easiest way to win the auction is like wait until everybody's done betting and you ask for any more bids, and then you could be like, oh yeah, no, I want it. And usually you can get whatever the item is for between 10 to 20,000.
Oh god. Final Fantasy VI had the same
kind of
thing.
expensive.
This game wants to be Final Fantasy VI so bad.
Yes, it does.
Really does.
It wants to be
It
Final
fails.
Fantasy so bad. Like it's just trying to be Final Fantasy.
It's trying to be every Final Fantasy like at
All
once.
once,
Yeah.
yeah.
How did it
Just,
fuck up Triple Triad so bad?
All right, cool. We wrapped up Disc 3, boys. Going into Disc 4, real satisfied.
Thoroughly.
Thoroughly. And
I'm excited to get well.
things can end well.
I wonder if there's going to be a sequel. Do you know if they made a 10 or not? Is there a sequel to this game?
No, this is the last.
Okay.